Once upon a time, in a small town called Evergreen, lived a boy named Alex. Life was never easy for him. Born into a low-income family, each day felt like a battle for survival. His parents worked long hours in a local factory to earn just enough to get by. At home, Alex studied by himself under a dim lamp, dreaming of a better life. He didn't have fancy clothes or the newest gadgets. His books were second-hand, and so were his shoes. At school, other kids mocked him, calling him names and laughing at his appearance. But Alex was different. He believed success wasn't about what you had, but how hard you were willing to work. He held on to one dream, to become a successful engineer and change his family's life forever. Despite the teasing and the hardships, Alex studied harder than anyone else. While his classmates played, he worked through textbooks. His teachers began to notice his dedication. They saw in him a spark that set him apart, a fire that came from his refusal to give up. When it came time to apply for universities, Alex set his sights high. He applied for a prestigious engineering school, hoping to receive a full scholarship. He spent days crafting his application, writing essays that told his story, the struggle, the strength, and the hope. But when the results came, his name wasn't there, rejected. The news crushed him. All his hopes shattered in a single moment. But instead of giving up, Alex did something remarkable. He traveled to the university, walked straight into the admissions office, and asked to speak with the director. Nervously, he said, "I know I was rejected, but I believe I deserve a chance. I know I can succeed if you let me prove myself." The director was surprised but intrigued. He asked Alex to write a personal letter explaining why he should be reconsidered. Alex went home and poured his heart into that letter. He wrote about his struggles, his dreams, and how much this opportunity meant to him. A week later, Alex received a call. The university had decided to give him a second chance. He was admitted on a probationary basis. It was more than enough for Alex. It was all he needed. University life was tough. The courses were advanced, and Alex often found himself staying up all night studying. While others went out or relaxed, he worked harder than ever. There were times he felt like giving up, but he reminded himself why he started: for his family, for his future. In his final year, something amazing happened. One of his professors, impressed by his dedication, offered him an internship at a top engineering firm. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and Alex made the most of it. He worked with passion, learned quickly, and proved himself to be one of the most committed interns they had ever seen. His efforts paid off when the company offered him a full-time position upon graduation. Years passed, and Alex became a leading engineer at the firm. He bought a house for his parents, sent his younger siblings to school, and built the life he had once only dreamed about. But he didn't stop there. Alex never forgot where he came from. He returned to Evergreen and started a scholarship fund for underprivileged students, so they wouldn't have to fight as hard as he did. He gave motivational talks in schools and inspired thousands of young minds. His story became a beacon of hope. He proved that you don't need wealth or status to succeed. What you need is courage, resilience, and the power of never giving up.